Yes, voiceover genres are real. However, I'm going to put some qualifiers on that. Yes, voiceover genres are real in that there are commercials, there is e-learning, medical narration, audiobooks, video games, and all of that stuff. And each of those genres of voiceover require specific muscles that you need to flex to be able to be effective as an e-learning narrator versus an audiobook narrator versus a video game narrator, or what have you. But, and I think this is a pretty big but. Well, it's two big buts. That didn't sound good. The first one is all voice acting is acting. All voice acting is storytelling. And a lot of people who come into the voiceover industry don't think about storytelling. They just want to do commercials. They want to do cartoons. And yes, cartoons are stories, beginning, middle, end, arc, message, but so are commercials. So are obviously audiobooks, but so are e-learning modules. So are explainer videos. All of them have a beginning, a middle, an end, an arc, and a message of some sort, which means that there is storytelling required. You need to have a solid foundation of storytelling skills first, before you can kind of layer your voiceover 101 training on top of that, and then layer your genre training on top of that. So that's one of the big buts. Here's the other big but. My good friend Johnny Heller, award-winning audiobook narrator, says that you can't act a genre. You can't perform a genre. A character in a sci-fi audiobook doesn't realize that they are in a sci-fi genre, much less that they're in an audiobook. So they don't act like a science fiction character. They just act like the way they would act. You know, hey, we got to get away from those people that are shooting at us. You know, or I'm in love with you, but I don't know how to tell you. Very real, organic things. Exploring the human condition, or in sci-fi, exploring the alien condition, or what have you. So when you're narrating something, regardless of the genre, you can't contrive the genre. You can't kind of put airs upon it, if that makes any sense. For many genres of voiceover, you're being cast to be you. If it's an e-learning module or corporate narration, medical, explainer, most of the time you're hired because they want you to tell this story. Now, when you're narrating a commercial, you know, often you're playing a character, so you need to inhabit that character. If you're narrating an audiobook and it's a fiction audiobook, when you're not being the narrator, or even when you are being the narrator, you are playing a character. Sometimes the narrator of a fiction audiobook is the author. Sometimes it's a character in the book. But regardless, you need to be grounded. You need to have storytelling training, as well as having voiceover training, as well as having genre training. It's these three levels that are critical on a performance level, especially. It's always been true and it's always been critical. But now it's even more important now that AI is making its way, or has been making its way, into the voiceover industry. So there is in certain areas with certain voice seekers, there's a certain level of good enough, which means they bring in AI and they don't cast humans, which sucks for us humans. But that's a whole other conversation. My point is that what I'm talking about is a relevance gap that is developing slowly in the voiceover industry, which means if you want to be relevant in the voiceover industry and you're over here and you want to get over this gap to get over here, and AI is potentially widening that gap and taking away voiceover work that would normally be done by people who are entering the voiceover industry. A lot of those gigs may be gone in a few years. So to be able to hop over that gap, you need three things. You need storytelling ability, you need voiceover training, and you need genre training. So Absolutely. Voiceover genres are real, but they can only be realized if you have good storytelling training and good voiceover training too. But what do you think? Do you think voiceover genres are real? Do you think that you need storytelling training before you get voiceover training, before you get genre training to give yourself the best chance to be an effective voice actor in today's market? Please like this video, subscribe to my YouTube channel, connect with me on Instagram and LinkedIn, book that free 15-minute consult, and to help you get a greater awareness of genres, go to vostrategist.com and pick up my genre exploration how-to video. Normally it's $20, but for the month of April 2024, this video is only $5. You can also check out my learning to do e-learning genre exploration video, which also normally costs $20, but for the month of April 2024, it is also only $5. So check out those videos, connect with me on the YouTubes and the social medias, book that free 15-minute consult. Stay cool, stay safe, and happy voicing.